The Kybalion, Mastering the Hidden Laws of the Universe with Seven Hermetic Principles, by James R. Sterling. The Hidden Wisdom of the Universe. I'm about to give you some powerful knowledge that has been passed down for thousands of years, hidden in ancient teachings, yet shaping your life every single day, whether you realize it or not. These are the Seven Hermetic Principles, timeless laws that govern the way reality works. Once you understand them, you'll start to see the world differently. You'll notice patterns, unlock new levels of personal power, and learn how to align yourself with the natural flow of the universe. These principles trace back to the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus, a legendary figure whose wisdom influenced Egyptian, Greek, and esoteric traditions. His teachings were compiled into a mysterious text known as the Kybalion, a book that distills the essence of Hermetic thought into 7 fundamental laws of existence. But let's be clear, this isn't just ancient philosophy reserved for mystics or scholars. These laws are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. They provide a blueprint for how thoughts shape reality, how energy moves through the universe, and how you can use this knowledge to create a more fulfilling life. Whether you realize it or not, these laws are already working in your life. They influence how you think, act, and manifest your desires. The difference between those who struggle and those who thrive often comes down to awareness. Those who understand these laws can use them to their advantage, while those who don't are unknowingly working against them. In the chapters ahead, we'll break down each of the 7 Hermetic Principles in a way that makes sense for your life. No vague mysticism, no complicated jargon, just practical, actionable wisdom that you can apply to manifest abundance, sharpen your mind, strengthen your relationships, and navigate life's challenges with ease. So are you ready to unlock the hidden mechanics of the universe? Are you willing to shift your perspective and tap into the deep, powerful forces shaping everything around you? If so, let's begin. Because once you understand these principles, life will never look the same again. Chapter 1. The Principle of Mentalism. Reality is a product of the mind. I want you to stop for a second and consider this. What if everything you experience, your successes, your struggles, your entire reality, starts in your own mind? Sounds intense, right? But this is exactly what the principle of mentalism teaches. The ancient Hermetic texts state, "The all is mind, the universe is mental." In simpler terms, everything begins with thought. Now, before you brush this off as another mindset talk, let's get into why this principle has been echoed in philosophy, spirituality, and even modern science for centuries. Your thoughts shape reality. What you believe about yourself and the world directly influences what you experience. Think about it. 2 people can be in the exact same situation, but one thrives while the other feels trapped. Why? Because their perception creates their reality. Ever notice that when you're having a bad day, everything seems to go wrong? That's not just bad luck. It's your mindset dictating how you engage with the world. Your beliefs act like a filter, shaping how you interpret and respond to life. Science backs this up. Even in quantum physics, there's a concept called the observer effect, the idea that simply observing something changes it. In other words, your consciousness affects reality. Neuroscience also supports this principle. Your brain literally rewires itself based on your dominant thoughts. This is called neuroplasticity. How to apply mentalism in your life? Okay, so if thoughts create reality, how do you use this to your advantage? It starts with being intentional about what you allow into your mind. Visualization. See your desired outcome vividly. Your mind doesn't distinguish between imagination and reality, so use this to your advantage. Affirmations. Reprogram your subconscious with empowering statements. Say them as if they're already true. I am confident, I attract success, opportunities flow to me. Conscious awareness. Start questioning your thoughts. If you find yourself thinking, "I'll never succeed," stop and ask, is that really true? Or is that just an assumption I've accepted? This principle isn't about wishful thinking. It's about consciously directing your thoughts to shape a better reality. Master the mind and you master the universe. Chapter 2. The Principle of Correspondence. As above, so below. Let's talk about one of the most fascinating universal principles, correspondence. You've probably heard the phrase, as above, so below, as within, so without. It's one of the most well-known Hermetic teachings, but what does it actually mean? At its core, the principle of correspondence tells us that everything in the universe is connected. The patterns we see in the vast cosmos mirror those found in the smallest atoms, and what happens within us is reflected in our external world. Your inner world shapes your outer world. The universe is a mirror. Think of your life as a reflection of your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. If you constantly feel chaotic inside, filled with stress, doubt, or negativity, you'll likely notice chaos in your external world, unhealthy relationships, financial struggles, and missed opportunities. On the other hand, when you cultivate inner peace, clarity, and confidence, you'll start to see those qualities mirrored back at you in your daily experiences. This principle shows up in many ways. The mind-body connection. Your emotional and mental state influences your physical health. Chronic stress leads to illness, while positivity and gratitude improve well-being. Relationships and energy. Ever notice how the people you attract into your life often reflect your own energy? That's correspondence in action. Success and mindset. People who believe in their ability to achieve something naturally take the actions necessary to make it happen. Those who doubt themselves often sabotage their own progress. The holographic nature of reality. This principle is not just philosophy, science backs it up. In holographic theory, every part contains the whole. In other words, the universe operates in repeating patterns at every scale. The structure of galaxies resembles neurons in the brain, and the Fibonacci sequence appears everywhere, from seashells to hurricanes. This means that the smallest shifts in your inner world create ripples in the external world. If you want to change your life, you don't start with the external conditions, you start within. How to use correspondence in your life. Since your outer world is a reflection of your inner world, here's how you can use this principle to your advantage. Self-reflection exercise. Take a look at your life. What areas feel misaligned? Instead of blaming external circumstances, ask, how is my inner state creating this? Mindset alignment. Start speaking and acting as if you already are the version of yourself you aspire to be. The external world will adjust accordingly. Daily check-in. Each morning, set an intention for how you want to feel and show up in the world. Your energy will shape your experiences. This principle reminds us that we are creators of our reality, not just passive observers. When you change what's within, you'll start to see a transformation without. Chapter 3, the principle of vibration. Everything is energy. What if I told you that everything, literally everything, is in constant motion? From the largest galaxies to the tiniest atoms, nothing in the universe is ever truly still. This is the principle of vibration, and it's one of the most powerful forces shaping our reality. Everything is energy in motion. The ancient Hermetic teaching states, nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Modern science backs this up. Quantum physics has proven that everything, even solid objects, is made up of vibrating particles. At a fundamental level, you, me, and everything around us are just energy vibrating at different frequencies. But here's where it gets interesting. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions also carry vibrational frequencies. You can feel it. Think about the last time you were around someone who radiated positivity. You felt uplifted, right? Now compare that to someone who was negative and draining. That difference is vibration in action. The vibrational frequency of thoughts and emotions. Your emotional state directly influences your vibrational frequency. Low energy emotions like fear, anger, or doubt have a denser, heavier vibration. High energy emotions like gratitude, joy, and love vibrate at a much higher frequency. The better you feel, the higher your vibration, and the more in sync you are with the flow of abundance and success. Consider this. Love, joy, and gratitude equals high vibrations. Fear, anger, and stress equals low vibrations. When you operate from a high-frequency state, you attract opportunities, ideas, and people that match that vibration. This is why people who practice gratitude tend to experience more things to be grateful for. It's not magic, it's resonance. How to raise your vibration. The best part? You have the power to shift your vibration at any moment. Here are some simple ways to elevate your frequency. Gratitude practice. Spend a few moments each day focusing on what you're thankful for. Gratitude instantly raises your vibration. Mindful awareness. Pay attention to how you feel. If you catch yourself in a low energy state, consciously shift your focus. Move your body. Physical movement, walking, dancing, stretching, raises your energy and breaks stagnant vibrations. Speak high vibe words. Your words carry energy. Choose empowering, positive language that aligns with the energy you want to attract. Surround yourself with high-frequency people and environments. Energy is contagious. Spend time with uplifting people, listen to inspiring content, and be in spaces that elevate you. The principle of vibration teaches us that we are constantly emitting and receiving energy. By becoming aware of our emotional and energetic states, we can consciously choose to elevate our frequency and in turn shift our reality. So here's something to think about. What frequency are you vibrating at right now? And more importantly, how can you raise it today? Chapter 4, The Principle of Polarity, the Power of Contrast. Have you ever noticed how you can't truly appreciate warmth until you've been cold? Or how you don't recognize happiness without experiencing sadness? That's because everything in life exists on a spectrum. There are no absolute opposites, only different degrees of the same thing. Everything is dual, but connected. The principle of polarity states, everything is dual, everything has poles. This means that light and dark, hot and cold, love and hate, success and failure, they aren't separate. They are two ends of the same scale. Think of temperature. Hot and cold aren't different substances. They're varying degrees of the same thing. Heat. Where does cold begin and hot end? It's a matter of perspective. The same goes for fear and courage, doubt and certainty, struggle and ease. This principle is more than just an observation. It's a powerful tool for transformation. If everything exists on a spectrum, then you have the ability to shift where you stand on that scale. You're never stuck. You can always move toward a more empowering perspective, shifting negative experiences by changing perception. Here's where things get interesting. When you recognize that opposites are connected, you can begin to shift your reality. Fear and confidence are not separate. They are degrees of the same feeling. The more you lean into action, the more confidence grows. Failure and success exist on the same spectrum. Every setback is just a stepping stone moving you toward success. Love and hate are two ends of the same emotion. This is why passionate emotions can swing so easily from one to the other. When you start seeing negatives as simply a lower degree of a positive, you take back control. You're no longer a victim of circumstances. You become the one shifting the dial. Shifting from fear to confidence. Identify the emotion. Think of something you're afraid of, maybe speaking in public, starting a new project, or making a big decision. Find its opposite. What is the positive counterpart? Confidence, excitement, courage. Move up the scale. Instead of saying, I'm terrified, and try shifting to, I'm a little nervous, but also excited. Then, I'm feeling a growing sense of confidence. Notice how the intensity changes as you adjust your language. Take a small action. The fastest way to shift polarity is through movement. If you fear public speaking, practice saying a few words to yourself in the mirror. Small steps shift your place on the scale. The principle of polarity reminds us that life is about movement, not stagnation. You're never truly stuck because you always have the ability to shift perspectives and move toward the experience you want. So here's something to consider. What negative feeling or situation are you experiencing right now? And more importantly, how can you shift your position on that scale? The power is in your hands. Chapter 5, The Principle of Rhythm. Life moves in cycles. Ever feel like life is one big roller coaster, full of highs, lows, and unexpected turns? One moment, things are flowing smoothly, and the next, everything feels like it's falling apart. That's not random, that's rhythm. Everything moves in cycles. The principle of rhythm states, everything flows out and in, Everything has its tides. Nothing in life is constant. Everything moves in waves. The seasons shift from winter to spring, summer to fall. The ocean ebbs and flows with the tides. Your energy, emotions, creativity, and motivation rise and fall. The rhythm of life is as natural as breathing. It's the reason you experience bursts of inspiration, followed by moments of rest. Success, failure, love, loss. It all moves in cycles. When you understand this, you stop resisting life's natural flow and start working with it. Why resisting the flow leads to struggle? Many people fight against these natural cycles. They expect constant productivity, endless motivation, and non-stop success. But trying to force an upward climb without rest leads to burnout. Imagine trying to fight against the ocean's waves instead of riding them. It's exhausting and impossible. But when you learn to work with the rhythm, you can navigate life's changes with more ease, riding the waves instead of resisting them. Here's the truth. Success isn't about avoiding the lows. It's about knowing they're temporary and using them wisely. During high-energy cycles, take bold action, start new projects, and push forward. During low-energy cycles, rest, reflect, and recharge, knowing that momentum will return. Instead of fearing setbacks, see them as part of the rhythm of progress. Think about the stock market. It rises and falls, but over time, it trends upward. Life is the same. Temporary dips don't mean failure. They're part of the natural rhythm of success. Aligning your goals with life cycles. Instead of forcing yourself to be on all the time, start working with your natural rhythms. Track your energy patterns. Pay attention to when you feel most creative, productive, or motivated. Plan accordingly. Schedule deep work and big decisions during high-energy phases. Use low-energy phases for reflection and self-care. Trust the process. If you're in a setback, don't panic. Use it to learn and prepare for the next wave of growth. The principle of rhythm reminds us that life isn't linear, it's cyclical. Struggles don't last forever, and success isn't permanent. The key is to flow with life, not fight against it. So next time you feel stuck or discouraged, ask yourself, am I in a low-energy cycle that's preparing me for the next rise? Because once you understand the rhythm, you can master the ride. Chapter 6. The Principle of Cause and Effect. Nothing is random. Ever wonder why some people seem to get lucky while others struggle no matter how hard they try? It's not fate or coincidence. It's the principle of cause and effect in action. Every action creates a ripple. This principle states, every cause has its effect, every effect has its cause. Nothing happens randomly, everything is the result of something that came before it. Success doesn't just happen, it's the result of effort, persistence, and preparation. Failure isn't bad luck. It's usually caused by overlooked mistakes or lessons not yet learned. Happiness isn't an accident. It's cultivated through daily thoughts, choices, and habits. Everything you experience today is a result of past causes, and everything you do now sets up future effects. Why most people feel stuck. Many people believe life is happening to them rather than realizing they are creating their reality. They react to situations instead of understanding the deeper causes behind them. Struggling financially? Look at past spending, saving, and investing habits. Stuck in toxic relationships? Examine the choices, patterns, or beliefs that led you there. Feeling unfulfilled? What daily actions or thoughts are reinforcing that reality? Life doesn't play favorites. It simply responds to the energy, effort, and choices you put out. The power of conscious choices? Since nothing is random, you have more power than you think over shaping your future. The key is to become aware of the causes you're creating now. Want financial security? Start making smarter money decisions today. Want better relationships? Improve how you communicate and set boundaries. Want a different life? Change the thoughts and actions that are shaping your current reality. Journaling for cause and effect awareness. To take control of this principle, start identifying the causes behind your experiences. Try this simple journaling exercise. Pick one area of life where you feel stuck. Ask yourself, what choices, habits, or beliefs got me here? Write down 3 small actions you can take today to create a different outcome. For example, if you feel stuck in your career, cause, avoiding new opportunities out of fear, effect, lack of growth and fulfillment, action, reach out for one new opportunity today, no matter how small. The principle of cause and effect reminds us that life isn't happening at random. It's a direct reflection of the choices we make. If you don't like an outcome, change the cause. So what's one action you can take today to create a new effect in your life? Your future self is waiting for you to decide. Chapter 7, The Principle of Gender, Balancing Masculine and Feminine Energies. We live in a world of duality, light and dark, movement and stillness, logic and intuition. But one of the most misunderstood dualities is the principle of gender, not in the biological sense, but as universal forces that exist within everything. What does gender really mean in metaphysics? The Kybalion states, gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. This doesn't mean male and female. It means two fundamental energies present in all creation. Masculine energy represents action, logic, structure, discipline, and outward creation. It is the energy of doing, building, and pushing forward. Feminine energy represents intuition, creativity, emotion, flow, and receptivity. It is the energy of being, feeling, and allowing. We all have both energies within us, regardless of gender. The key is balance. Too much of one can create disharmony. The dance between doing and being. Masculine and feminine energies exist in everything. The mind. Masculine logic balances feminine intuition. The body masculine movement, exercise action, is complemented by feminine rest, recovery, meditation. Success. Masculine structure, goal setting, strategy needs feminine creativity, vision, flexibility. Relationships. Masculine protection and action meet feminine nurturing and empathy. When these energies are out of balance, problems arise. Too much masculine energy. You might feel overworked, rigid, or emotionally disconnected. Too much feminine energy. You might struggle with indecision, lack of direction, or emotional overwhelm. Balancing your inner masculine and feminine. Finding balance means learning when to act and when to allow. Here are simple exercises to harmonize these energies. For overactive masculine energy, too much doing, not enough flow. Spend time in nature, meditate, or engage in creative activities. Practice active listening instead of always taking control. Allow space for uncertainty and intuition. Not everything needs a plan. For overactive feminine energy, too much flow, not enough structure. Set clear daily goals and commit to taking action. Practice decisiveness. Make small decisions quickly and confidently. Strengthen boundaries to avoid feeling drained or overly influenced by others. The principle of gender teaches that we are at our best when we balance both forces within us. Too much doing without intuition leads to burnout. Too much feeling without direction leads to stagnation. True power comes when we learn to create from a place of balance. Ask yourself, where in my life do I need more structure, and where do I need more flow? Your answer will guide you toward harmony. Bonus chapter: Debunking Myths and FAQs. When it comes to Hermetic principles, people often have questions and sometimes misconceptions. Are these laws religious? Are they just another version of the law of attraction? Can they be proven by science? Let's clear up some of the biggest myths so you can confidently integrate this wisdom into your life. Myth number 1, are these principles religious? No, Hermeticism is not a religion. These principles are not tied to any specific belief system, deity, or sacred text. Instead, they are universal truths, patterns that govern how energy, thought, and consciousness work. They predate modern religions and can be found in ancient Egyptian, Greek, Hindu, and Buddhist traditions. Think of them as natural laws, much like gravity. You don't have to believe in gravity for it to affect you. Whether you acknowledge it or not, it's always at play. The same goes for Hermetic laws. Myth number 2, is this just another version of the law of attraction? While there are similarities, Hermetic principles go much deeper than just attraction. The law of attraction, which states that like attracts like, is actually an extension of the principle of vibration and the principle of mentalism, but it's just one piece of the puzzle. Unlike mainstream law of attraction teachings, which often focus solely on positive thinking, Hermeticism emphasizes mastery of all energy, mental, emotional, and physical. It teaches that manifestation isn't just about visualizing, it's about understanding how reality is structured, mentalism correspondence, aligning with the right energetic frequencies, vibration, navigating cycles of ups and downs, rhythm, taking action in the physical world, cause and effect, gender. Myth number 3, can these principles be proven by science? Interestingly, modern science is catching up with what these ancient teachings have been saying for centuries. The principle of vibration aligns with quantum physics, which shows that everything in the universe is made of energy and is constantly in motion. The principle of mentalism is reflected in neuroscience. Your thoughts literally shape your brain through neuroplasticity. The principle of cause and effect mirrors Newton's third law. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. While Hermeticism is often seen as spiritual wisdom, its fundamental truths align with cutting-edge scientific discoveries about consciousness, energy, and reality itself. This is about exploration, not dogma. The Hermetic principles aren't something to be blindly accepted. They're meant to be explored, tested, and experienced. Whether you approach them from a scientific, spiritual, or purely practical perspective, the goal is to see how they work in your own life. Keep an open mind, experiment, apply the principles, and see what happens. Ultimately, knowledge is only power when it's used. You are the creator of your own understanding. How will you use it? Conclusion: living in harmony with universal laws. Throughout this journey, we've explored the timeless wisdom of the 7 Hermetic Principles, the unseen forces shaping your reality. Now, the question isn't whether these laws are at work in your life. They always are. The real question is, are you working with them or against them? Most people move through life unaware of these principles. They wonder why they feel stuck, why things seem chaotic, or why success feels just out of reach. But once you begin to recognize these patterns, you gain something priceless: clarity. When you understand mentalism, you realize your thoughts aren't just passive. They're shaping your reality every second. When you embrace correspondence, you see how your inner world reflects your outer world. By applying vibration, you learn how to shift your energy and attract different experiences. When you master polarity and rhythm, you stop fearing life's ups and downs. You flow with them. Through cause and effect, you start making choices with intention, knowing that every action sets something in motion. And with gender, you find balance, understanding when to act and when to allow. These aren't abstract ideas. They are tools that help you align with life's natural rhythms instead of fighting against them. So, what now? Start observing. Pay attention to how these principles show up in your daily life. Test them, apply them, see the patterns. The more you consciously work with these laws, the more you'll see them work for you. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to master them overnight. Just start. Because the moment you do, you step into a life of greater clarity, purpose, and empowerment. The universe is always moving, always responding. Are you ready to move with it? Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery. If you found value in today's content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more empowering audiobooks and insights. Make sure to check the description below for more information, links to our other content, and ways to stay connected with us. Your journey within starts here. Let's grow together. Until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and stay inspired.